Welcome, my friends. What's on the menu? It's very, very happy today to be in Burlington, Massachusetts, just north of the Interstate Highway on Cambridge Street, I think it's called, in Burlington, and it's just a little bit north of the Interstate Highway, I would say, maybe half a mile on the right-hand side.
Quarter of a mile on the right-hand side,
on the right-hand side. It's a good-sized building, and the sign outside is very recognizable. Landana.
Correct. Absolutely.
All right. I'm with General Manager Alex. He's going to tell us a little bit about the restaurant. Now, we just come in, the inside here, the decorations is perfect, you know, it's very, very nice. So that goes a long ways to making you comfortable, because you want to be comfortable, because most people eat with their eyes, me included. So you want to have a beautiful presentation and everything to go well. Now, could you tell us a little bit about why you're in Burlington and how you got here? Because I know the restaurant's been recognized in the Globe and Best of Boston and all that.
Correct. Chef owner Jamie Mamano has started the business at Mistral about 14 years ago, and we own as well Sorolina in One Huntington in the Copley Square, Moo, where used to be the old Federalist in 15 Beacon Hotel. Teatro is in the theater district, and this is actually the first restaurant we've owned outside the city. Actually, the name Landana comes from a term of lantano, means far, far away, that we are far from the city, but you still get the same vibe and type of food that you do get in the city.
Good, that's nice, I like that, that's good.
And then the whole idea came to life about 6 years ago when the chef owner and business partner, Mr. Paul Royf, had a conference within the area and wanted to go somewhere nice after, and there was nothing around. And this is where the market research started, and sure enough, we find this place and built it from scratch, and we've been here almost, October will be 4 years.
4 years. And business is good, because the past 4 years the economy has not been that good.
Definitely it has gotten better and better. We feel there is a better trend, I'd say, when the clientele are dining. They're more at ease. You get to see on their faces, they're much happier. They feel comfortable spending money on the wine and food, and just not like being on a limited budget as it was 2 years ago.
So let's talk about the food now. The food is the most important.
Of course, absolutely.
We have Marvin. We're going to see Marvin a little bit later. He's going to cook us up something, because I'm very hungry and I want to have something.
You have come to the right place.
We've come to the right place. So the food, why, we talked a little bit before we went on the air about it's a Tuscany background on the preparation of the food.
Correct. As you see when you walk in the dining room, it has that very rustic design to it. It's supposed to be like a beautiful modern farmhouse. And there we use all the restored barnwoods, and that's why you smell the burning wood as well. We're very famous for our wood grill. Wood grill. Unlike other restaurants in the city where they have gas. We do wood grill. As you see, you will see that chef fires up the grill on daily basis, and at night when you're pulling in the parking lot, you could smell all the burning wood all the way to the main road. Anything off that wood grill is honestly, it's exquisite. You could taste the difference between when something is cooked on a regular grill and when it's cooked on the wood grill.
Really, yeah. I mean, they say that even big pizza places.
Absolutely, we do have a very thin flatbread pizzas, and they're very, very popular, and they have become a staple dish that we just can't take them off the menu.
What is the best? What would you say if you came in here to eat? What would you eat?
Definitely steaks, absolutely. We dry age in-house our own beef, and by far it's one of the best you've ever tasted. It's not only being dry aged, it's on the bone, and it's grilled on a wood grill. It just, honestly, the feedback has been just to the roof.
Well, somebody made a wise decision there somewhere.
They definitely, I mean, being chef owner, Jamie Mamano, been in the industry for quite some times, over 30 years, they have did the right concept when they came in here. It was a big project. It was a definitely challenging project, something new from what we're used to from the city. It's definitely it was quite of a challenge, and in order to overcome and become successful, they had to think of every single thing in order to make this business
has to be covered, because
perfect.
you can't make any mistakes.
There's no room for error.
This is a tough business.
It is extremely tough business and has become tougher and tougher after recession. Clientele are more educated when it comes to food and wine nowadays. They know that by having a certain amount of dollar for wine, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a better wine.
Right.
Same is for the food as well. They're looking for quality, they're looking for presentation, great service. It's the whole package. And as we know in today's market, it's you have to be the best of the best in order to survive.
We get the stuff, purveyors come every day. The stuff
everything comes in fresh on regular basis.
Everything.
And on from the business perspective, it's the perfect way to run it. It might be a little bit more extra work at night for the chefs in the kitchen, putting the order together. Therefore, you get no food to go for waste. And whatever you get that day, you work with it, which is, I think it's pretty amazing.
So we were able to eat from salad, appetizer, entree, dessert.
Correct.
Plenty of dessert.
Everything is made the day of.
Full bar.
Absolutely, it's a full bar, extended wine list, professional servers. I think it's one of the best you can get in the area. I know the reviews on OpenTable.com, they do speak for themselves. It's from our regular diners.
What are the hours of operation?
We serve dinner every day at 5 o'clock, and weekend Friday, Saturday, kitchen closes at 10, and the rest of the week is 9:30.
9:30. So if I come in at 9:15, I can still get a steak?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so then weekends it's a little bit
later. Till 10 o'clock. It just, it tends to be much busier nights. Clients likes to go out on a later time, especially families, when the kids are, in bed. They get to go out and have their...
Now we have a website. We have,
of course,
all that information is on the website.
Every prices you need to look, menu updates. We're becoming very, very popular for our private dining as well. We have an immaculate private dining room in the back.
And how many people?
They can sit up to 75 seated, and has a full bar as well. It's such a beautiful room. We'd love to show it to you as well. And we do with a lot of corporate events. And not only that, it's becoming a very great success. Now we're doing lots of weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, bar mitzvahs. We do the whole place. They're really, really great pictures online to see what we do.
One of the things that's come up in this business, of course, you know as well as I do, the allergy type of thing, peanut oil.
Of course, chef and all the staff are trained professionally to take these certain cases very seriously. There are a lot of severe cases, and we'll make sure we're here to accommodate for everybody. As I said, everything is cooked right on the spot. Everything is made all fresh, and if someone has any certain type of allergies, the chef is more than welcome to
Alex, would you say we're a beef restaurant, or would you want to?
No, it's a combination. We have a great pastas. We do our own pasta in house at Teatro in Boston, and we receive them on daily basis. We have a pasta lab over there, and the pasta are just to die for, as well as the fish. Great swordfish on the wood grill. Honestly, it can't get any better.
Can't get any better.
It can, it's so exquisite. The food is just delicious.
Well, I'm very, very interested in seeing. How long do you think, oh, not how long, I was going to say, do you think there's anything we left out so far? I want to make sure that we cover everything.
I think pretty much we do have an outdoor seating as well.
I saw that, yeah.
In the summertime, it's really pretty. In the afternoon, when the sun is setting, have a really nice cocktails outside with appetizers.
The sun comes this way,
yeah. It's really, really pretty, and it's becoming more popular. We started doing that last year, and we have a lot of regular clientele that do book it on regular basis. We have a great bar, great setup, a great lounge as well for a walk-in business. Since we do a lot of volumes throughout the day, we always highly recommend make a reservations in advance, especially when it comes to larger
that,
groups.
Yeah, that's who I can tell by the looks of this.
As I said, we're surrounded by a lot of headquarters and a lot of corporates.
Yep.
Therefore, we have built such a great reputation. They feel confident to call us at 2-3 hours in advance and set up a large table for maybe 15 guests. A lot of times they're having a conference meeting or a meeting or whatever they're holding on their facilities, and they decide last minute to come out for dinner, and we're very privileged to have their business.
Plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. We offer as well a complimentary valet parking. It comes in very handy on the rainy days or snowy days.
Right.
It is all complimentary. Just pull up the parking lot and then we'll take care of the rest.
Well, I think we pretty much covered everything, so why don't we visit the chef in the back and see what he's doing. We're going to put him to work. So
of course, he's very excited.
Thank you very much. All right. All right, we're outside. We're actually behind the building on Cambridge Street. And you can see here, as Matt pans around, there's a lot of herbs grown here. So why don't we start? Want to start right here?
Of course. We started doing this our first spring here at Landana.
The first spring.
So that'll be a spring 2008.
2008.
We've been open since October 2007. We're gonna collect some greens for our salad. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's very exciting to come here every day and just pick this stuff. It just doesn't get any fresher.
So is there somebody out here already cutting while you're in there cooking and keep bringing it in a little bit at a time?
No, usually, you know, we get here early. We have guys that get here early in the morning.
Yeah.
Sous chefs, myself, we get here at about noon to get stuff ready for the night.
Get it ready.
So a couple hours before service, we come in here, collect greens, herbs, whatever that we might need for that day.
Wow.
So moving to this side, we have a beautiful lemon thyme.
What is that again?
Lemon thyme.
Lemon thyme.
Yes. So we're gonna pick a little bit of this. You can use this as a condiment, use it as a garnish, you know, beautiful flowers, garnish for the dish. We have oregano.
Oregano.
Gonna use a little bit of this for Prasanala salad. Now here, last year, this was a bed of strawberries, wild strawberries.
Really?
Tried to get rid of them this year, and I planted oregano over it. And as you can see, the strawberries are coming back.
Yeah, they're right here.
So,
Yeah. That's right, they are coming back. Ha! That's pretty cool.
we have chocolate mint, chives that we're also going to use in our salad.
What's this one?
Chives.
Chives, okay,
Yes.
chives. Jeez.
Okay. Italian parsley. You get this beautiful green tomato we're going to use to garnish our salad.
Yep.
Some green basil. Also have some Thai basil in here. There's about 7 varieties of basil that we grew this year.
7 varieties of basil that you
Yes.
grow.
Green basil, Thai basil. This back here is a mix. It's a cross of peppermint and basil.
Peppermint, I can smell it. I can smell the peppermint.
We have some blue African basil.
African basil? Now, if you didn't pick this fresh, you'd be getting a bag full from some purveyor, right?
Yes. We have
So
our purveyors, you know, purveyors that we trust. We've been using them I've been with the company for 12 years, and as far as I can remember, we've been using our purveyors since I've been to the company. So.
So how many?
know,
You get to use this here like maybe 6, 7, 8 months out of the year.
out here.
Late spring, we already have parsley, oregano, thyme, most of our herbs, and chives also. And then midsummer, our tomatoes are gonna be ready. Basically, right now, you know, everything is full power. So.
Wow, it's very impressive.
We'll keep using this until
till the frost.
Mid-fall, we'll say. Yeah.
Very good, very good. What's this, how big is this fish? Come on.
This fish about a 35-pounder. It's a striped bass. A striped bass, local. It's from Stillwagon.
Stillwagon Bank out there off of Gloucester.
Yes.
All right.
This fish ready here. This fish was in the water 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Swimming in the water, so it's fresh. Careful with those.
How many you have to cut up before you know how to do it professionally?
A few.
A lot.
A few.
Yeah. So what is there, a bone there? You just go along the bone?
Yes, just want to get a very nice clean cut just around the spine.
Yeah.
And then just go around the rib cage.
Oh, that's his rib cage down there.
Yes.
Huh?
And do this, you want to make sure you have a very sharp knife. Watch your fingers, of course. Watch for the bones. Those bones are extremely sharp. Very poisonous.
So you can tell by the color of the fish and the fish's eye and all that kind of stuff.
You can tell by the color, just by looking at the fish. I can tell this fish is extremely fresh. You can look at the eye. You have a very clear eye.
Yep.
It's a sign of freshness. Very firm flesh. When you push down and it pushes back up, it means it's fresh.
Okay.
We also check, you know, when we buy the fish, we check for a smell. We open the fish, we smell, make sure it smells. A fresh fish doesn't smell fishy. It smells like the ocean, you know.
Okay.
This guy on the side here. Gotta make sure there's no scales left on the skin. Around the pin bones here. We're gonna cut ourselves a very nice portion of that fillet.
Perfect.
There we have it. Season this. A little bit of olive oil.
A little olive oil. Yeah.
Salt.
A little salt.
Kosher salt. Fresh ground pepper.
Pepper.
Gonna flip this around. Season this very well. While the pan gets hot, this is a dry aged sirloin here. It's been aged for 45 days in our.
You do this yourself, though, in the restaurant.
Well, we'll give you a little tour upstairs. Dry aged Gouda. Olive oil again.
A little olive oil, a little salt, pepper.
For the most part, we don't do anything crazy with our food here. It's just simple cooking. Salt and pepper, olive oil. The main thing is to highlight the ingredients. Okay, so we're gonna pick up a nice hot spot on the grill. It's a wood grill here.
So you've been having that wood burn there for a long time, so you get that grill. It's hot, that thing.
It has to be very hot, so the grates get very hot, you know.
Yeah.
And that way you get a nice char, nice marks on the steak or the fish, whatever it is that you're cooking. And as it's cooking, you want to turn it. You want to look for a wood grill is different than a conventional gas grill, you know. This spot right here might be really hot, I'm assuming right now it's about 900 degrees on that spot. Yes, the spot right here it's a little cooler, not as hot. So it has different spots. You can move it around. You start very hot and then you move it to a lower side. So it keeps you keep using the smoke. All that translates to flavor. You know, use a mixture of a little bit of hickory, upwood, cherry wood in there. So a bit of oil.
The pan is hot now.
So the pan is smoking. Turn the heat down a little bit. You don't want too much oil. Just nice searing. You don't want to. We're not frying. We're roasting.
Right. Yeah,
yes. Get that going nice and slowly. Turn the sides. Nice.
Oh yeah, all the marks are right on there, huh?
As you can see, nice grill marks on that steak. Keep moving it around. Let it cook slowly. We're not in a rush. Usually, when people come in, an entree usually takes in between 15-20 minutes. So we give them more time. We're not rushing the food.
Yeah,
we let it cook slowly. Crisp up the skin.
Now, what are you looking for there under there?
Nice crispy skin. Nice
and crispy.
golden brown.
Yeah.
That's gonna take about 8 minutes in the oven. We got a 500-degree oven. Well, that's getting ready. We're gonna move our steak to a lower side on the grill here. Let that cook slowly. Okay.
All right.
Now we're gonna prepare a beautiful salad.
A beautiful salad. All right.
From our garden. So this is all from our backyard. You know.
Yeah.
We have a beautiful gardening mix here. We picked earlier. This was picked about 20 minutes ago, so it's fresh. We also have some mint.
It
parsley.
can't get any fresher than that if you just pick it 20 minutes ago.
It can't. It's just.
That's right.
It's that exciting. Mint, oregano, basil, chives, everything from our garden. Now we're gonna get a dressing ready. We have a 10-year-old aged balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar.
A little bit of that. Olive oil. Usually, a dressing, a vinaigrette, it's 2/3 olive oil and 1/3 vinegar. Here, we're like our vinaigrette's a little sharper, so we go a little heavier on the vinegar.
Okay.
A little bit of salt, black pepper, oregano. Mix this very well. You want to put just the right amount of dressing in here. Nice cold plate for our salad. When you mix, you want to make sure you mix gently so you don't damage the lettuce. If you're too rough, you're gonna end up breaking the lettuce and it's gonna get bruised. 5 minutes later, it's gonna be at the table and it looks like it was picked a week ago, maybe. So not so fresh. So you want to be careful when you do that. Beautiful salad. We're gonna garnish that with a wood grill green tomatoes that we also picked from our garden.
What'd you do with them?
A little bit of
on them and fry them up or what?
We just do some olive oil, salt, pepper, and let them roast over the grill slowly. So we have a little bit of balsamic, a little bit of Maldon sea salt. Mix those gently. Garnish our salad with that. And our salad is ready.
Perfect. Looks good too.
Very good.
We have the steak
resting.
It's resting now.
Yes, so it's very important that you let your meats rest.
Why?
So if you cut a piece of meat that you just have cooked, and you cut into it, you know, the meat starts cooking from the outside to the inside. So, and the center is going to be very, it's going to look red. The outside is going to look more cooked. If you let it rest, temperature is going to spread out evenly. So it's going to be just one temperature throughout the whole piece of meat. Also, if you cut into it right away, all the juices inside of that piece of meat is going to bleed. It's going to come out, and your meat is going to be dry. So if you let it rest, that piece of meat is going to be nice and juicy, be very well cooked. Use olive oil with potatoes. Heirloom tomatoes. I'm sorry, heirloom potatoes.
Yes.
Tomatoes, potatoes. And a couple of chunks of that rendered beef. A little bit of sea salt. Keep that hot while we finish our steak. I'm going to complement this with more roasted garlic. We have roasted garlic butter.
Garlic butter, gotta have it.
This is our own version of vincoto. Vincoto, you know, it translates to cooked wine. Traditionally, they take the leftover must, they press that, and they cook down that juice. Here, we just take some red wine, cook it down, and we make our own version of vincoto.
Really?
Olive oil. We're gonna garnish this with a nice sprig of thyme that we picked from our garden. These are dry aged sirloin that we age in-house with grill, and complement that with olive oil with potato and heirloom potatoes cooked in rendered beef fat.
Looks perfect.
Thank you very much. So we have our herbs that we picked from our garden. We have basil, we have parsley, mint, chives, oregano. We're gonna do some red heirloom tomatoes, lemon boy heirloom tomatoes, some fresh shaved fennel, much, some thin sliced red onions, balsamic vinegar. It's a 10-year-old balsamic vinegar.
10 years old?
Yes, sir. Olive oil. A little bit of sea salt. Fresh black pepper. Toasted ciabatta bread.
Yeah.
It's gonna go
Toasted
in
bread.
a variation of panzanella salad. We toast these gently. Our fish is very hot.
color is important too. When you
Yes, it is. First thing that people do is they eat with their eyes, you know?
That's right, they do. We know that for a fact.
You want to make sure it looks good to the eye. Of course, you want to make sure the food is very hot. Ricotta. What's my
Oil.
olive oil. Here we have a local striped bass with panzanella salad.
And now we get to the important part. The people want to see me smiling while I'm eating my dinner, Alex. But we just came back from the kitchen where you saw the ultimate professionals start off with a fish this big, like 40 inches, 4 feet long, carve it all up, cut out a piece of beautiful fish that's right there and cooked, piece of raw meat. We went out into the garden, picked the vegetables and the herbs to make. Then we have these fancy little potatoes to go on the mashed potatoes. This is professionalism at its best. You know what I mean? When you can come into a restaurant like Londana and say, to show you from the beginning to the end.
Absolutely.
And we're getting closer to the end right now.
We are.
And we'll have to compliment, beforehand we'll have to compliment Marvin for his hospitality in there because, you know, it's 150 degrees to begin with. He has to prepare a meal professionally, and then he has to answer a lot of stupid questions for me. And we're both, me and Matt are both in his way, so he did a wonderful job. We really appreciate it. But now, let's get down to the part where we came to see what's going on.
Please enjoy yourself. Let us, what do you think of the food?
All right. Well, while I'm feeding myself, why don't you say that Londana is located, or the little history, and then is located, where it's located, and then people can jot it down to them, you know.
It's in Burlington, Massachusetts. It's 86 Cambridge Street, off of a quarter of a mile off of 128. It's exit 33B. We're a little set back, about 100 yards off the street. Very independent restaurant. And as you see, everything you're tasting right now is from the garden, all organically grown, very fresh. The chefs, they spend significant amount of time to maintain the garden and make sure it is the perfection, and they pick everything right on the spot before it's been served.
Is this something you would try and do in all your restaurants, try and keep a herb garden going?
We would love to, but being in the city, it's very challenging having the space. Therefore, with the expansion of the garden this year, we do provide our sister restaurants as well with lots of herbs on regular basis when they need it, of course. But it's extremely challenging in the city, and we have the privilege being we have all this extra space in the side of the building. It helps us a lot on growing our own vegetables.
We were talking about outside. It's good for 8 or 9 months out of the year, right?
Pretty much, yeah. We start early spring and we go all the way to the end of the fall.
Wow. It makes a big difference, I'm sure.
It does. It honestly does. Like especially like the herbs, like as mint, basil. We do have lots of specialty cocktails on the cocktail list as well. That we use fresh herbs from the garden as well on daily basis. It's a great idea that the chef has started.
Can you tell us a fish story?
A fish?
The fish. We looked at the fish, clear-eyed. Very nice looking fish. We're swimming yesterday or the day
definitely before. As a really huge success has been for the company, we buy our own fish. We have a designated chef that goes to the pier every single morning and buys the fish for the 5 restaurants, and all that he does is drive around every single day delivering fish. Therefore, that's why our menu changes on a regular basis, because whatever we don't find fresh for that particular day, we just don't serve. And therefore, a lot of times we do get a great quality, such as wild-caught Atlantic salmon. It is a very rare item to get. It's only seasonal, and when we do, we have a lot of regulars do come here just for that particular dish.
very important, consistency. We talked about it out there too. He has to be consistent.
Consistency is the key of any successful restaurant.
Yeah.
This is our module, and therefore, as you, Chef Marvin has been in the company for almost 11 years.
Yes, yeah.
And it's all about the consistency. Every single dish is being checked, tested, perfected before it leaves the kitchen. And if it doesn't pass, it just goes back and recook another one. And that's how we do it.
That doesn't happen, though.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does. If chefs looks at the plate and the plate is not hot enough, sends the dish back. It needs a hot plate, hot food. It definitely, I've seen it happens on regular basis.
Really?
Nothing leaves the kitchen without the chef's approval. So therefore, when when the night starts, we open for public, you have all the sous chefs cooking in the back, and Chef Marvin will be in front of the line expediting, checking every single dish, making sure everything leaves the kitchen is up to perfection. If not, it will not leave the kitchen.
So if it gets past his inspection, it's
absolutely.
perfect.
You know, it is guaranteed. It's 100% perfect dish.
Then you might be out here checking on the way.
Of course. We are always up here. We have a huge regular clientele, and they come here for that particular reason. Because they know you go to Landana, it is consistent at no matter what day of the week.
I want the fish. All right. See, I'm not even sure. I don't know if I ever ate a striped bass in my life.
And again, it's just the food is really, really delicious. It's
Matthew. Perfect. Wow. That's like eating ice cream, you know what I mean? It's real good. It's
absolutely.
very,
the food
very
is honestly
not dry, nice, moist.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Has the perfect flavor.
Yeah.
And again, fish can get dry out really quickly, and because it's cooked to perfection, they watched it, they time it seconds by seconds, because every little second makes the difference.
Everything counts. Everything counts.
Correct. And now all that salad, all the herbs, they're again from the garden, and it makes a huge difference. You can taste the freshness of the food, of the vegetables, and it's something really, really, it's a great thing that we have that garden outside.
Now, we're prepared to have parties.
Of course.
We can have corporate meetings, all that kind of stuff. That's all. And we have a website. We can call and make reservations.
Absolutely. On landanagrill.com, you get to see all the pricing, the menus, everything that we do. And we have a dedicated event planners are here all day long, just answering phone calls and booking events. Of course. It's a huge part of our business, and we want to make sure we take great care of it. We have a lot of corporates calling last minute, a party of 35 guests, 40 guests, wants a specific menu. That's what we're here for.
And of course, lately the wait staff has to be trained relative to all the allergy stuff and all that.
Definitely allergies, the way we do things, the way our policy. They go through very intensive training programs, and once they pass, then definitely we have an amazing staff members. They've been here for a long time, so the turnover has been to a minimum, which is it's a great sign.
That's another important factor.
Definitely, we have such a huge clientele that do come in and ask for particular servers on nightly basis.
Really?
Oh, absolutely, of course.
Wow, that's good.
You know, now not only they come in because they've heard a great reputation of what we do, they know the consistency of the food, and they know consistency of the service, and once they find something they like, they tend to stick with it.
I agree 100%.
You know, especially as business people, business clients, they do come in and they have clients to entertain. They don't really take the chance. They just, wherever they know they go all the time and they've been taken care of, this is where their first choice will be. And we have built such a great reputation to be one of those places.
Well, I couldn't be happier. This is delicious.
You know,
Very, very good.
I'm glad you enjoyed
We
it.
know the people eat with their eyes first.
Definitely.
So the
As you see,
presentation has to be
presentation
perfect.
is absolutely
Color, all that stuff.
everything. It has to be appealing to the
Every
guests.
chef we talk to has got, there's a little artistic business to them. They like
Of course.
to have, they want to make
They're
sure
artists.
They're right.
They're
They
just
wanna
not
make sure that-
cooking in the bag.
That's
They're
right.
artists. It's all about, even for flavor, putting the right flavor, the
That's
right
right.
amount of spices, everything. It's all about arts. It's about passion. And we have, Chef Marvin has exceptional taste.
Exceptional talent.
Yeah.
We'll have to, we can give him a little gap, you know. We'll give him-
Absolutely.
he does a good job. Young guy, got a future in this business, I
course,
think.
yeah.
Huh? It's hard work. I mean, there's no question
It is definitely
about
hard work. They're here all day long, and they're the first one to walk in the building, and they're the first one to leave,
Leave, yeah.
the last one to leave.
Yeah.
And they put on a very, very long hours. It's just to make sure everything is up to
To
perfection.
satisfy their customers.
That's right.
They want
It's
to
all
come
about the
back all
customers.
time. That's right. The consistency is great. Well, I want to thank Lindana and you as General Manager Alex
It was
for
always a
inviting us
pleasure.
over. And it would be a pleasure to see this program on TV. I'll be very, very happy.
We'll be looking forward to it as
We
well.
will be.
And maybe I think you really should try the steak as well.
Well, I'm going to have some of the crew might try the steak.
Absolutely. This is a prime
We don't want to.
sirloin.
We don't want to. We don't.
No.
If I sit here and eat it all, they get a little irritated.
Oh,
you know what
no,
I mean?
I hear you. I hear
But
you.
we share it. We'll share it out.
Of course.
Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you
Absolutely.
next time.